Hey, second grade parents, we're excited to send home some additional parent packets for March and April. Now, as always, we've taken critical skills and we've put them in a game form. For our math this time, we have counting money. Now, counting money is tough for some students. So what we want to do is we want to provide them a fun game board, slides and ladders to play. Now in here you'll get also you'll have some game pieces and dice. And what you're going to do is you're going to start at the beginning. You're going to roll the dice. Say if I land on 3, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I don't know if you can see it, but this says 3 dimes. So have your child figure out how much is 3 dimes. How many cents? So they may know a dime is 10 and they may go 10, 20, 30. That's 30 cents. Or they may need to write down 10 3 times. Now, I think it'd be great if you had some real money, okay? Because we want to give them those manipulatives. And even though we don't use money as much as we did when I was young, it is still very important for them to know how to count money. So you can go on. You'll see you can go up a ladder or down a slide. So you might get up here, 8 pennies plus 8 pennies. It's going to equal 18 pennies. And then you're going to have to slide back down here to 6 nickels. And we know that each nickel equals 5. So if your child has to write down 5 plus 5 plus 5, that's okay. What we want to do is for them to understand what a nickel is, how much money it represents, and how to add it together. So that is a really fun game, and I think you could play it over and over again. If I were you, I would get out my change and let that help them. Also, like I said, you can let them write down the amounts and then add it. So that is your fun game for March and April. Now let's take a look at our reading. So we're going to take a look at the reading activity. Now the reading activity this time, in your packet, you're going to get these narrative story structures on one page. I've gone ahead, I've cut them up and placed them out. Now, your child should be familiar with these words: character, setting, problem, solution, plot, what's going on, theme. Is there a lesson to be learned? And they may be more familiar with the lesson that you learn instead of the word theme, but you can expose them to that. So basically, in second, you really want to focus on who are the characters? What is the setting? Where did that story take place? What's the problem? Were they able to find a solution? So in your packet, there's 3 or 4 of these. And what they do is they have familiar stories and they have little pieces. For example, this one says the jungle. So ask your child, the jungle, what would that be? Of course, that would be a setting where the story takes place. So you would place it underneath setting. The next one, lion and mouse. What is that? Are those people? Are those animals? Those are our characters. Now, you can do this with any story that your child brings home. A narrative story, right? A fictional story. Let's go to the lion gets caught in a trap. Okay, that's going to be the problem. The next one, mouse frees the lion by eating the ropes. Of course, that's going to be the solution. And so you're just going to continue to go. There's several of these. You can flick them around. I think like the Three Pigs, Charlotte's Web, The Lion and the Mouse. Those are the 3 stories that they've placed in here. You can do it with any story that your child reads, any fictional story. So you want to just reiterate and use words like character, setting, problems, solution. What's the plot? What happened throughout the story? And then what was that lesson learned or theme? So please do this. It's going to be a fun little activity with your student, but it's also going to teach you some of the words, some of those academic words that you need to be using with your child. As always, we thank you at Lawrence County Schools for partnering with us as we work to develop proficient readers, writers, and mathematicians. See you next time.